So speaking of the recruits, something that happened, there's a little bit of talk. I got Arch Manning goes to the Gators. That's just in case anybody hops in. They get a little excited. He came out with his Final Four, which again it's early, but it was Ole Miss, Bama, Georgia, and Texas. If he weren't to go to Florida, my pick would be Texas. I don't have to deal with this kid. I mean, they might be coming to the SEC.
You're still going to have to deal with him.
Yeah, I forgot they're coming to the SEC anyways. But I would love for him to go to Texas. But he came out and he said, listen, he liked the Billy Napier offensive mindset. And here's why it's not crazy to me, okay? Arch Manning doesn't need any type of funding to go anywhere. Right, I mean, the kid's set. So where he's going to go, it's going to be a heavy football decision. It's not going to be education. The kid wants to play football, obviously. I mean, last name's there. So that's what's going to be in place. Anywhere he goes, we talked about this, he's going to start, right? So to me, it's going to be a huge selling point. Who's going to be able to sell him the best and prove like, hey, I'm going to be able to develop you more than anybody else. And that's where I'm like, look, Billy's not out of this. Like, it's not as crazy as it seems. I know it's like, hey, it's Florida versus Bama and these schools that have been winning natties forever. But this kid's this is how I'm looking at it. This is my opinion here on how I'm viewing it if I'm Arch Manning, right? It's a different kind of sell. That's how I'm looking at it.
Look, he's from Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken. The family, for the most part, stayed in New Orleans in that area after Archie, his grandfather, played for the Saints. So if that's the case, then Billy's had plenty of exposure with the kid. He's had opportunities to be
There's some ties there. That was a mention as well. Yep,
absolutely. And it could be, the most far-fetched idea out there ever, or there could very well be validity to it. Again, have Billy shown that he has a little bit of recruiting prowess, and having some early exposure to Arch as he's been coming up through the high school ranks. Billy's been out there at games. Billy's been watching this kid, and if he feels that there's an opportunity at Florida with the timing of maybe AR-15 and some of the other kids that you have coming in, that he could get in there and really make some waves. Yeah, but there's nothing to say that he wouldn't go.
I think you can put the mic down. I don't think it's.
Yeah,
I think you're good. Brandon Ennis, again, being a 5-star recruit, and with Arlos as well. I think getting those guys in there. I think getting a bunch of 5-star wide receivers around him. That's going to be a big pitch as well. So it's exciting to see. Again, it's not as crazy as it's once sounded. It's kind of where we're at. We're not in his Final Four. We're not on the pick'ems. We're not on the chart. I'm okay with that right now. There's plenty of time, but look, it's not as far-fetched as I think we may have thought at one time. And then when I originally talked about it, hey, he went and visited. We kind of laughed, like there's no way. But
look, if Billy comes in and starts some of this young talent that he has, I mean, he's going to have a cupboard full of high school kids coming in. Now, it's tough to get those guys on the field sometimes at that age. But if he comes in and he wins, 9-10 games and that offense looks potent, it looks like it's maybe just missing that one thing.
Sure.
Maybe AR-15 is winning games with athletic prowess more than the quarterback side of things, the brain side of things. Then look, maybe Arch Manning says I'm the missing piece. There's nothing to say that can't happen. Like, these kids are just that. They're kids. They make decisions that we can't predict. It seems illogical and it seems crazy. So there is no reason to think that Florida's out of it.